Welcome along to another weekend of golf. We have Conor Gartland in-house where we're going to be looking ahead at the Rocket Mortgage Classic on the PGA Tour, as well as we're heading to the DP World Tour again. Conor, talk us on what's coming up this weekend and are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, we've two decent tournaments this week. The Rocket Mortgage Classic normally doesn't get a great feel. It normally might have Bryson in it, but because it's a later season tournament. But this week now you've Cantlay's there and Zalatoris and Cam Young, so they've got a decent feeling. Like the Hero Open and the DP World Tour, it's not a bad field, you know. It's kind of run-of-the-mill good DP World Tour event. So I think there's two decent tournaments on this week.
Yeah, definitely intriguing. Unlucky last week, two players tipped up at massive prices, banging contention onto Sunday. I think it was Ben Jont, or however you pronounce him. I won't even pretend I know how to. And it was a 𝗏𝗏.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. Like the two up there on the Sunday, and the only two in the top of the leaderboard to shoot over par was a disappointment. You know, I was really expecting at least one of them to kick on. You know, do something what Richie Ramsey did. It's just that's golf. You know, you need to have 4 good days, and unfortunately, having a bad day on the Sunday, they can't recover from that. You know.
There's no time to get it right. So looking ahead this weekend, we'll start with the Rocket Mortgage Classic. I think Cantlay heads the betting around 10-1.
Yeah, Cantlay's around 9-10-1, and Zalatoris and Cam Young there are short enough in the betting as well. It's going to be one of these similar to last week. It's an easy enough track. You know, it's a 3-line course with undulating fairways and greens. But like from what we've seen over the last number of years, like the average winning score from the first 3 events played here have been 22 under par. So you're expecting like another birdie fest this week, you know, driving and wedges into most greens. So you want something that's going to be hot with the putter. And I think, you know, looking at the price, like last week, I know Finau come up, but normally when you get these bomb and gouge courses, it doesn't fairly well stick. You don't want to be sticking with the guys at the top of the leaderboard because someone at a big price can go low and have one good week, you know. So yeah, I think there's a bit of value there this week in the market again.
Yes, and where does it lie with you? Very intriguing.
Now, I'm going to go back to the well again this week with Davis Riley. I can forgive him last week. It's 3 points each way, and he's 35s. So it was his first tournament in a month last week, and he was just rusty. You could definitely see that his irons went there. His putting was a bit poor. He just couldn't score. So, like, I read that this guy is a talented golfer. You know, as I said last week, like, this is one that the PGA Tour want to keep from going to live, because this guy, you can see him being a future major champion. He's long, he's straight. When he has a good ball striking week, he's dialed in. So you'll be hoping this week with the driver, he can get it out there and be fairly well straight. Don't be getting into any trouble. Wedges and a hot putter week this week. You know, I don't want to be stuck in, you know, after having the month off. The rust was there last week. So if you can kind of come in this week, and if he can start off well, he needed a good start. He needs to go low on the tour, so, you know, get out there, post a score, and then, you know, because he's definitely a player that when he's in contention, you know, he stays around the top of the leaderboard. He doesn't he'll keep attacking, which of course like this where you need to be hitting 20, 22 under. You want someone that can really go low and attack the golf course. And I think this week at 35-1, we'll give him one more go this week, Davis Riley. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it, because this strategy might work a treat, because many players you had tipped up and came out the week after and either won or played crackers. So definitely interesting. Then we're going to the DP World Tour. Is it the Heroes Open this week or?
Yeah, it's the Hero Open. So it's up in Fairmont, St Andrews, up in the Scottish coast again. So again, similar to the last couple of weeks, links golf course. The only defense again is going to have to be, it's going to need breeze. It's going to need a bit of rain, because we've seen again from the last kind of few tournaments here, the winning score has been 23 and 24 under. So again, you're going to be looking at kind of the course itself, very wide fairways. The rough, from what I seem to be looking at there, it's cut down. It's not very high. So, you know, you can get the ball out there. You can kind of attack this golf course. And again, I wouldn't be looking at the top of the leaderboard, like similar to last week, like McIntyre in the 11th one favourite. And, you know, you can't be going near the top of the leaderboard when events like this. So I think, yeah, again this week, I think we've a nice value, decent price there again this week.
Yes, and where is it lying? So give us out this big double for the weekend.
So The guy this week, I'm going to a young Danish talent, Marcus Hellenkild. He's 40-1, 7th place. We go 4 points each way. I really like this guy. So he was a decent amateur on the European circuit. He won 3 times last year in the Challenge Tour, and the one that wins was the season finale, Grand Slam. So at the start of the year, he switched over from Wilson's to TaylorMade, and normally you can give a golfer, you know, a couple of months to adjust to kind of new clubs and getting used to driving, getting fit for the clubs. And he did. He struggled at the start of the season. Now, he showed signs of life back in March in Qatar, the Qatar Masters. He was finished 12th. He kind of withdrew after the 4th round. He has this niggling back and neck injury. So we tried to go 1 more week. And again, he had a very, very poor tournament. So we took a 2-month break. And, you know, if you follow him on Instagram and Twitter, he said, you know, we had to do it. So we took the 2 months off, came back from the Irish Open, where he definitely showed he had a lot of rust in the game. He finished 46th. Now, the last 2 weeks, completely different. He went over to the PGA Tour. He played in the Barracuda and Barretstown Championships, and he finished 8th and 13th there. Now, what I liked with that was his ball striking was excellent. He had a decent, his putter was kind of on form. And, you know, he's a guy that these Danish golfers at the moment, the likes of the Højgaard brothers and Ollison come back to form. Golf is big now back in Denmark. And I think Marcus is a guy now, that price 40-1. I think he's just too big in the market.
Yes, definitely intriguing. How many places are they paying in that one this weekend?
They're paying 7 this week at that price.
7 at that price. Really interesting. Anyway, really looking forward to it. I know there's a massive score coming here with these golf selections soon. So make sure, lads, don't miss out. Be here every Tuesday. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You do not want to miss Conor's massive prize winner. It is imminent. It's incoming. And yeah, I want you all to be on it. And yeah, really interesting. Conor Gartland, thanks again for your expertise in the golf world. Very knowledgeable man, and we look forward to crushing the bookies with you moving forward.
Cheers, Paddy. Thanks.